YouTube, what's good, man? Your boy Marvin with Elegantanomaly Reptiles, back with another vlog for y'all today. As always, appreciate and play and joining me on these. I had the camera out and was making a quick little video for a potential customer on some animals. So I figured, I haven't done a YouTube video in a little while, so might as well do a video for you guys. I haven't done one since right before Pomona. So Pomona show was dope, by the way. Was able to get rid of a decent number of animals. For those of y'all that bought animals from me there at the show, man, I greatly appreciate you all. There are even a few people there that said that they had recognized me from either YouTube or my Instagram. So man, had a pleasure chatting with you all. I'd been kind of looking around the room here because there wasn't a whole lot of space. There wasn't any space in the for sale rack, right? So I've been kind of looking around my room, going, man, what pairings do I really want to see for 2022? And maybe just minimize, my number of pairings for this year. So for those of y'all that bought snakes from me, I greatly appreciate it. I know I have a bunch of animals on hold waiting to go out. Shipping's been kind of crazy this year, or the past at least several weeks with the weather and those types of things. So we'll have some more animals going out, so there'll be plenty of room. So excited about this season coming up. So real quick, like I said, Pomona show was dope. I want to shout out a few people. First, the Sumter brothers, Zach and Makai, my local Arizona folks here that invited me and allowed me to share some table space with them. Man, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna have to get them on the channel here at some point. Maybe I'll do something where I highlight my favorite Arizona breeders. We have a great just Arizona community of reptile breeders. So maybe I'll do that. But definitely want to shout out a few more people. I am a part of Will Morris's Patreon group, so I'm RCR Mafia. Want to shout out a few of the RCR Mafia folks, Matt Sommers and Eric from Valley Heat Reptiles, and also the homie Terrell from Aiden's Morphing Pythons. Man, it was a pleasure chatting with you guys. Definitely, and there were a few more people that I was able to meet as well. I'm really bad about taking pictures with people or at shows. But shout out Antoine from High Desert, Randy from Dark Cloud. That dude's hilarious, by the way. Michael Porter, man, so many other people. Andrew from Redwood. Who else? I know I'm going to forget some people. I apologize for forgetting people. Definitely can't forget these people. D and KG from Bomb Projects. If you guys aren't following those guys, go give them a follow. They had an awesome pickup at the show, so go check that out over on their IG. Who else? I know I'm leaving out some people. I apologize. I'm terrible with names. Danny from Portuguese Pythons. Had a pleasure chatting with you too, man. Looking forward to the next big show where I'm able to kind of sit and chat and hang out some more. Brian Bodie. Sorry, one more. Brian Bodie. Met him as I was kind of coming in and setting up, and he was super nice, man. Went over to his table, and some of the animals he's producing are right up my alley, as far as like the DG Pied stuff, man. Beautiful animals. So jump over to all those people's IGs, give them a follow if you're not doing so already. But I did want to get into what's going on with the Lacey Act provisions being added to the Competes Act, and a few thoughts around that. So I'm just gonna speak my mind on it. I kind of been sitting back here the past couple weeks and just seeing kind of all the, I'm gonna call it drama that's kind of going on in the reptile community in regards to the Lacey Act provisions being added to the Competes Act. That stuff had been on my mind, and I'm not gonna jump into everything that's kind of going on with those provisions and the details about them being added to the Competes Act. What I will do is I will link in the notes. I thought Dave Kaufman's interview with I believe it's the McVeighs. Sorry if I get your names wrong. And Phil Goss. I thought that was a really good interview, so I'm going to link that in the notes down below. Jump over there if you haven't seen it. It's about an hour long. It's a really good watch for those of you guys that aren't up onto what's been going on with the Lacey Act provisions added to the Competes Act. What I do want to say is that as someone who's an introvert, kind of sit back and watch some things, is that I think as a community, as a reptile community, there are a couple things we can do a little bit better, and I kind of want to intertwine those with my takeaways from the interview with Dave Kaufman and Phil Goss. So, first of all, man, can we please stop donation shaming people, right? Man, if you give to USArk, man, please, first of all, please give to USArk. If you give to USArk, great. How you go about giving to USArk is, I guess, it's a decision that you have to come up with internally, man. Are you going to be a USArk member? Are you going to donate to the USArk auctions that go on at some of these shows? Are you going to purchase animals, or are you going to purchase other items from the shows? Are you going to buy the raffles that go on at the shows? Because all that money goes to USArk. So please, man, like, stop donation shaming people if we could. Now I will say this: if there are people that that don't do those things, they're not USArk members, they don't really give to USArk, but they seemingly seem to be doing pretty good selling animals, man, just take a mental note. And when they have an animal come up that you might be interested in, and someone else has the same animal, and the person over here doesn't give to USArk, or they're not a member, and or the person over here does give to USArk, and or they are a member, then maybe you just buy the animal from this person and you don't buy from that person. That's your right as a consumer, right? But this is just kind of like how to win friends and influence people 101. Let's not shame people. Let's encourage people into to giving and donating, because it is in their best interest to do so. USArk is really the only people that we have out there fighting for us as a reptile community. So let's encourage people to do that. Secondarily from that, the major takeaway I got from that was, from the interview, was that they need USArk, they need more members, right? Whether they are fighting for our rights on a local level or a national level, in this case, they need to go to people and say, and not say, hey, look, we only have 1,000 members, but they need to be able to go to people and say, hey, look, we have 100,000 members, right? So I've been kind of sitting here thinking for the past few weeks about solutions, man. What solutions do we have? Listening to people, man, what solutions do we have about how we can make this better? And so one of the things I have to do here in the next couple of days is my membership is expiring from last year. So I'm going to be increasing my member level, going from bronze to silver. I did better this year selling animals than I did last year. So, gonna upgrade my membership. Secondarily, the other thing I thought of from that was that, man, they need more members. So how can I, as a member, raise more awareness for people who maybe aren't in the hobby, for maybe people who aren't even animal lovers per se, or they are animal lovers but just aren't aware of what's going on in the reptile community. And my solution to that was just, maybe I just buy memberships for people, right? USArk has an issue needing more members, needing to raise more money. So in addition to increasing my membership level this year, I'm going to come up with a number. I'm not sure what that number is, but I'm going to try and buy some memberships for people. And so, like, that's my takeaway from it. That's where I feel like I can maybe help more. And I just thought, like, what if all of us who are members, what if we bought 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever you can give, like, memberships for people who maybe aren't reptile lovers, but they're animal lovers, and they would just benefit from knowing what's going on, or maybe they'd be interested in knowing what's going on. So let's buy those folks a membership. It helps increase USArk's membership levels, membership numbers. So that's my idea. Would really love to hear from you guys in terms of in the comments. So drop me a comment. Would really love to hear from you all. What solutions do you guys have in terms of how we can raise more money for USArk, how we can get increased membership, and then also comment, what are you guys doing? Would really love to hear that. Really love to hear get some idea sharing in the comments, man. So this video doesn't get any longer, man. Those are my thoughts. I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that. Those are my ideas, at least initially. So there you have it. Coming up, I will jump into some later videos. I will go into pairings that I'm excited about this year. You know, I haven't shown an animal in the snake channel, so let's at least show one animal, right? I'm really excited about this guy. I've shown him off on the channel before. This is a red stripe het desert ghost that I got from Straight Fire. He is put on some size, and he is in the breeding rotation this year, so I'm excited to get a clutch from him and to get red stripe and my desert ghost stuff. Yeah, really look forward to that. If you guys aren't following me on my other social media platforms, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at elegantanomaly reptiles. If you haven't done so on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like, share the video, turn your post notifications on so when I drop a video that you're aware of it. And no matter when you're watching this video, whether it's day or night, I hope you're having a blessed, fantastic day. Once again, shout out everybody that bought animals from me at Pomona. I appreciate you. You all, YouTube, have a great day. Be easy.